Hi, this is Sunset Mushy, and this is a pick a card reading for your weekend and what you could focus on. So, I'm going to go ahead and do two readings. So, reading number one, which is this person, this lady, and this bird, and reading and these feathers. So if these feathers, the bird, and this person is resonating with you, then your reading is number one. And if these butterflies down here, these dragonflies, the bees, these leaves, and there's actually like some fairies in here. But if those resonate with you, then you chose reading number two. So for those of you, or any other way you want to choose reading one or two, but for those of you who chose reading number one, we're going to go ahead and get started. So I shuffled these cards already, so I'm just going to go ahead and flip them in the order that I'm hearing. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like there's a lot you could be focusing on. So since this is a weekend reading, I'm going to go with Saturday and Sunday. I'm kind of going to just do both days simultaneously because I find they really work in conjunction with one another in my readings anyways. It's different for everybody. So for Saturday, it feels like there was an offer brought up to you, or a situation in your path brought up to you that you're really looking forward to, and and this sounds like it's going to be a little bit in the future. So Saturday sounds like you might want to focus on building up your money or your life, your financials. You know, what do you need? Like, let's say you have a job and so your money's okay, but you want to do a different job. Like, I don't know, you want to I'll just use me as an example. You know, you want to start a YouTube channel, right? But so how do you work on this 10 of Pentacles? How do you work on this like bigger financial stability than the current job you have right now? So I'm not hearing any vibe to like quit. I'm just hearing to plant seeds and prep things. So like, let's say you have a really bad phone, a really bad camera, a really bad computer, you know, you don't have social media set up, a lot of other things, then something you could focus on to build up your financials would be to make a list of things you need for your future. So you know, that could be computer, new phone, you know, different tripod, like, I don't know, clearer space, like cleaning your room, things you need to do and get done. So if you can make a list of those things, I feel like that would be a really good focus for Saturday. Some other things on Saturday. Yeah, so if you're already doing that, that's good, but it seems like there's more that you could be doing, particularly around the foundation, that something that you might be missing. So it's almost like you've got to start fresh on this. But clearly you must have been like putting in work up until this time and like doing things and prepping for your future, as are most people. But so that's not what this is saying. It's not saying you haven't been doing anything. It's but Spirit is saying that there might be something you missed. So like, let's say you're getting social media set up, but suddenly you're not like meditating as much and like visualizing what it is you want. Or let's say you got that job that you needed to do, or you got that thing, that next big step where things are getting started, but you don't have a plan, essentially, is what I'm hearing. Like, you may not actually have a step-by-step plan. It seems like you dreamed big already, and you really visualized things that you wanted, stuff like that. You did all the big, like, okay, I kind of see what I want to do sort of vibe, but you might have missed the whole plan out step-by-step exactly how you're going to go from point A to point B. And obviously, as time goes on, that plan changes and things like that. But it might be a good idea to start listing out those certain things and trying to set up, like, what you're going to do. So, like, maybe you want to wake up 1 hour early. Some good advice that I heard from Rainbow Harmony. But maybe you want to wake up 1 hour early and do these things in the morning instead of at night. And things like that. But it's important that you get your thoughts out there, whatever you're going to focus on Saturday. So it's good to think about it, but it seems like you might really want to put this out into the world. So if you write this in a journal or type it out, or like put some bullet marks, like writing out a list of things to do, something like that, some sort of prep for the future is what I'm hearing for Saturday. And Sunday night could really be all about taking time to yourself. I think what makes you so like excited and ready for the future is the friendships and like people and maybe love life as well that you're looking forward to, and that you know is coming ahead of you. I think you're stepping out of this place where you were before, where you're like, okay, maybe I won't find anyone, or maybe I just won't have friends. I think you're in this kind of new headspace, or maybe you've already had this sort of like way of thinking that, once you have the money and stuff, once you have that financial stability where you can do what you want, truly what you want to do is be around friends and loved ones and like probably a significant other. But of course you don't need a significant other to like have a fulfilling life, but it really feels like love is in store for you if it's what you desire, pretty much. So that's all I'm trying to say with the love aspect. And so on Sunday, it's not a bad thing that right now you're alone, essentially. Or right now, you don't have the leisure time to be around these people as often as you would want to. I also think that since as time goes on, you always meet new friends and new people, that this is just a sign that like once you do make it and you're there, the people that you want sticking around will be there for you. So get peaceful, get comfortable. It's gonna be a while. Sunday is kind of like take comfort in knowing that it's okay being on your own right now, like by yourself. Yeah, it sounds like this might be a little bit rough of a weekend just because it can, I'm by myself right now, and like while it's fun and stuff, at the very end of it all, there is like a lonely feeling behind it, and that kind of sucks, but it won't last. This weekend reading is really kind of projecting the future as well. It's not just about your weekend. I think this is more so like a focus. Yeah, like what should you focus on? Just kind of in general, but these are kind of like the long-term things heading your way. It's kind of like your focus is mainly, it's balance. Your focus is balance this weekend. And I think that's just all the time. Everyone's focus should always kind of be about balance. So don't lose sight of your solo path, this whole path where you do things alone, when you are just by yourself. And of course, don't lose sight of what really matters, which is like the people you're going to meet along the way, the people you want to be able to see more of, loved ones, family, whatever family means to you. Like, if you have toxic, like, bloodline family, you are not obligated to keep those people in your life if they are harming you. And that means different things for everyone. That could just mean you see them less, or that you just need more space. It could mean that you need to cut them out entirely, depending on how bad the situation is. And perhaps if that's the case and you feel trapped, that just must mean that you're younger and that you need more time to get these things that you want, which is basically money and opportunities and other freedoms like that. So that's the vibe I'm getting for this weekend for those of you who chose reading number 1. So focus on balancing being by yourself and being around others. Okay. Well, oops. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, okay. I'm going to shuffle. Ooh. Okay, we're getting a little spinning action going on here. So, for those of you who chose reading number 2, also for those who chose reading number 1, have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. So, reading number 2. Huh. This is a very different reading. And the way I watch videos, I think all readings can apply in certain aspects. So just take things that resonate, and if things don't resonate, that's okay. But for those of you who chose reading 2, it really sounds like, this is quite different from reading 1, but it sounds like you're very lost with your path. In this moment, you could be the same person from reading number 1. A great example would be you did have a big path, but just on Saturday you might feel a little lost, or you might lose sight of that just for a little bit. So that's just an example of how even opposing readings, you can still resonate with them. But I'm just going to disregard that. That's a whole different timeline thing. I'm just going to go ahead and call this reading number 2 and focus on reading number 2 from this point. So your Saturday, so here's Saturday and here's Sunday. So your Saturday, it's going to be really unsure of your path. That's how you feel. Your focus is that you want to focus on your dreams and your goals and your life path and everything, but you're just what should my priorities be? It seems like you're not quite sure what your priorities should be. And that's really a huge message I'm getting from this. It's trying to figure those specifics out. It's you might have the bigger picture in mind, but you don't have, or you might even have the smaller pieces in mind too, all the different components necessary, but now you're just well, how do you get them all started at a reasonable pace? How do you plant all these seeds and that they get the same amount of water? And the best that this card can say is balance. I'm gonna go ahead, pick this card. And I think at this point, it's not about the money. I think whatever your balance issue is in terms of getting all the things set up is not about the money. This could be a social thing. This could be if you need clients, or you need getting different things out there. Let's say because I think most life paths, you need connections and you need people. So an example could be you aren't sure what to do with social media, or you don't know how to do that and also take care of yourself, but also work on this puzzle for a good amount of time, but not too long. Because today I spent a whole lot of time indoors on this puzzle, and then it kind of just hit me like, I've been using this puzzle as an excuse to take a break from all the other stuff. And so now I'm trying to get back on track. Even though and it was only for a second, it was only for a couple days, but like doing this, it really I lost a bit of my confidence. So you might just need to get back on track, honestly. It might be that you're caught in a loop right now. So Saturday might be a day where you start really catching on to all this, or you could have already, but like Saturday, it sounds like that's going to still be kind of a close to current issue. So, and then this could be a bit of more advice. I think there's a person clouding your judgment, somebody you really care about. There may be conflict going on. Not necessarily like a bad conflict like we are fighting, but like there could just be this lack of connection or lack of harmony, something not sustaining right now. This friendship could have been working earlier and just isn't right now. And I think more importantly than that is to balance yourself and to focus on your dreams, your passions. This is really just like focus on yourself. I could go really in depth onto this reading of who this person is, but I'm already just hearing like whatever the situation is, to do what you need to do to focus and heal those aspects to make sure your day-to-day life is all right. For Sunday, really embrace the positive energy that still exists in this world without this special someone. There's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of other things and ways to feel like you're not alone, and feel intimacy, and feel love and friendship, even when you are technically alone. If you want a really empowering song, in my opinion, search up the song called Holy by Jamila Woods. It's pretty good. I put it on here a lot, but I think that song might be a pretty good feel-good song for if you are single and it's just kind of feeling kind of lonely right now. And this could mean single in a lot of ways. It could just singular, like perhaps your friends don't have time. Everybody's doing life and being busy. You might feel like you might get left behind. It's kind of what I hear from Seven of Swords. You might feel like you're discardable, like you're just this like tool that once you were a great friend at that time, and they like now we're in the present and everyone realized, wait a second, you need more time to become like an adult, so to speak, someone with money in a living situation, independent. When they realize, oh, you're not independent yet, oh, like you haven't made it in this world yet, you might feel like you're a tool and you're discardable. You may not. I don't mean to offend anybody. If it helps, I resonate with these. I feel like these are feelings that are within a lot of people. And, if you don't feel that way, that's really good. But if there's a part of you that kind of resonates with that, this is really saying to, like, really get comfortable. And, again, focus on your passions, what you want in life. Because there's so much more. I promise, I shouldn't use the word promise, but I truly believe, there we go, I truly believe that everyone has somebody out there. And that I also truly believe that if you don't want to be in a relationship, then you can also have a very fulfilling life being, single. Either way, you are not destined to be in this world alone. You are destined to have these friends that are not going to leave you, and to have friends that you're not going to leave. I truly believe that. And it sucks when it feels like the people in your life are those like, okay, those are my end game people, and then you find out they're not, or that it feels like suddenly you realize that there's no way of knowing until you make it there, no matter what. And there might be a lot of things you can do in your mind where you're gonna say, well, it's because I'm like this, oh, it's because I'm like that, I'm awkward, it's this, it's that, I'm not good enough, I'm not cool enough, I'm different, all these negative thoughts of possibilities of why people are leaving you. And just know, people are leaving and you're leaving people as well. Like that will happen throughout your life, and that's okay, and that's not your fault. That you are lovable and there's nothing wrong with you. It's just a matter of time when you step into your most powerful self. Once you're on your journey and you realize that right now you have to finish your journey before you know who you can promise that you want to stick around for, And that's a scary thing, but it's alright, That's for some reason that's life. Figuring out that you gotta do what you want to do in life, and once you've found that, basically it's really funny, it's a paradox. Once you are at a point in your life where you no longer need anyone to feel happy and to be content, once you reach that point is the same point where you'll no longer feel alone, where you will be in a state where you can date people and all sorts of things like that. It's a paradox. It's kind of funny, but like not really a haha funny, more like a why life why kind of funny. But I'm learning to appreciate it, honestly. I think it's all about outlook and perspective, and it's not bad to not be ready. Everyone needs time. Everybody needs, basically it's like practice. You gotta practice life. You gotta practice, like, being by yourself. And it's really about balance. So, I feel like this weekend, maybe your focus is just, it could be these kinds of messages and ideas, just like getting comfortable by yourself and like learning how to focus on your goals and your dreams and really evaluating what that is and really thinking about it. Get comfortable, and like if you're possibly scared that you don't know what your like journey is, there's going to be people who guide you, and you will be guiding you. Just use your intuition. Just focus on things you love and that you care about. If you feel like you don't know what you want in life, just start with things you love. Do you like drawing? Go ahead and draw stuff. Start visualizing and drawing things. If you know places that look pretty to you, start saving those pictures. You'll start visualizing where you want to go. You'll start realizing maybe where you are isn't the best place, Start doing things like that. If you like singing, sing more. And then start thinking about what's holding you back. Let's say you go out and you're outside at the store and you're like, well, I can't sing here. Well, maybe what's holding you back is that fear. And so maybe you should sing more in public. Maybe you should connect more with people. There's a lot that people can always be working on, that you can always be working on to learn more about what you want in this life. Meditation is very helpful, but there's many different outlets. Getting comfortable with doing things in public, that's just another one. That's something that I really had to learn how to get used to. But hopefully these readings resonated, and I am very tired. Even though it's only 11:30. Well, it's also 11:30. I don't know why I'm so tired on 11:30 on a Friday. Alright, so yeah, for those of you who picked reading number 2, I hope my point came across. Might have to just do these readings again. Think I should go with justice. Gonna back off. Not gonna upload this video. And I am going to... No, I will upload this video. I don't know how to edit things, so you guys are about to listen to all of this. But I hope my what my point is resonates, and that I don't sound offensive in sort of any way. I'm just very tired, so my skills for explaining has kind of gone downhill. But I hope you all have a good night, a good morning, a good day, a great weekend, everything. Alright, peace out.